I'd just like to say to my children, Aisley, Elijah and Nevaeh and Madison, that I'm sorry and that I never abandoned you. I just never got a choice and I had to come back.
There is no opportunity to hug their kids goodbye. There is no opportunity to say goodbye to their mums and dads. You know, they literally go from prison to a detention centre, which is they're just terrible places. We hear so many terrible stories about them. And then they go straight onto a plane and they'll find out literally that day, you know, here's your ticket, see you later, you're off.
It's taking the trash out, then we can make Australia a safer place.
We get them some of our clothes, we get them food, and then the next day we bring them in and we sit down in our office, make a plan with them. We've got to navigate mental health, health services, GP, alcohol and drug. We've got to get them accommodation, banks, you know, all of it. That takes hours of us, let's get in this car, man, and let's get there and do it. So, yeah. Oh, hello, darling. They really are Aussies. I mean, they drink Aussie beer. They speak in an Australian accent.
But we have a simple request. Send back Kiwis, genuine Kiwis. Do not deport your people and your problems.
They need to be where their family is. They need to be where the supports are.
We ended up in a camping ground, like a lot of Kiwi families that we've seen there, and the drugs kicked in. I was introduced to methamphetamine. I knew about it here, but I was too busy working and providing for my family, and I ended up on the streets in Brisbane. I got into trouble, misdemeanor stuff like riding a bike without a helmet, all that sort of stuff, you know, like nothing really serious. I never hurt anyone. So yeah, I broke the law and I ended up incarcerated for 6 months. The morning that I was released, I was taken into a room and Australian Border Force turned up. I was handcuffed, taken to Pinkenba Deportation Centre in Brisbane. Yeah, it was just a nightmare, you know. No one knew where they were going or what was happening. They also had a team in there that, it was like a drug team. They were just getting us up in the middle of the night, standing at our door while they just ransacked our room. They were tormenting us. People were coming outside the detention centre with big signs, and that was comforting to see that people actually cared, because it felt like we were just forgotten about and our loved ones were out there not knowing what was happening.
We're not animals and we want to be treated like normal human beings. Please let everyone know that we want to be home.
They've often experienced trauma from their experiences in prison and the detention centre, so there's a lot of PTSD. We go and get them to a GP really quickly. The emotions are huge. I mean, you have big guys, and they've got tattoos like this, and they're sitting in our office, man, and they are crying, they are bawling. And it's absolutely heart-wrenching. Sort of think, look, honestly, this is so disproportionate to the crime.
So I signed over to come back to New Zealand. Virginia gave me a bike to get around, so I had a bit of independency. So they've been really helpful, you know, like, I don't know what I would have done without them, really, to be honest. Well, I just did a job interview yesterday, and then I've reconnected with my senior pastor. So we're on this discipleship journey, this Christian journey. I guess what I'd like to happen is there to be more compassionate grounds regarding separation of families, the breaking up of families. I'd like to go back and just, reconnect with them and just be a father.
Actually, sure, we need to be secure, but we also need to be human, and we need to look after each other, and we need to look after our most vulnerable. That's what makes a really strong community and a strong society, is when we're prepared to look after our most vulnerable. And Australia can do that just as well as New Zealand can do that. And we're prepared to, look after Australians that come over and they've been here for, 10 years plus. And if they commit a crime, we don't chuck them out, man. We keep them here and we look after them. So that's how it is. Amen, brother.